Everybody, it's Andre here. Welcome to another episode. On this channel, we're all about taking your guitar skills to the next level. What makes a great guitar solo? Well, this week we're going to look at 3 keys to a wicked guitar solo. And those are having confidence, having a keen sense of rhythm, and having a keen sense of melody. All right, let's break this down. So before we start, we need to understand the mindset needed when you do a guitar solo. So the way I like to think of it is that you're telling your story. So every note you choose, it's all about how to connect with the listener, because music's a very personal thing. It's all about having that feel. All right, so the first step to having a wicked guitar solo is playing with confidence. So like anything, the more time you put into it, you're gonna naturally feel more comfortable in your playing. Same thing with the guitar. It's gonna literally take hours and hours and hours of practice. So the key to this opening section of the solo is all about like playing with energy, playing with grit. So when I hit those strings, I'm not caring about what string I'm hitting. Well, I am, but it's really more about the feel of it. So if you notice right at the beginning, I'm digging really deep into the strings. My pick hits off the strings and I'm holding the pick very tightly. Also look what the left hand is doing. Left hand is doing a really crazy bend. So to get a nice bend, we're gonna have a firm grip on the string, push down hard, and then we're gonna pull down and keep that pressure. So let me just play through it so you get a sense again of what I'm talking about. So I'm using different types of picking. Like I'm hitting some of the notes I'm hitting harder than others. I'm accenting them. Really digging into the string. Have some vibrato. And when you're playing vibrato, same thing with the bending. You want to keep pressure on your left hand on the string and you want to wobble that note and be confident with it. You really want to keep the pressure on the string. Now for this song, because it's fast, you're going to have to vibrato that a little bit faster. All right, so key number 2 to having a wicked guitar solo is having a keen sense of rhythm. Now I'm sure you would agree, probably your favorite guitar solos have a great sense of rhythm to them, right? Not just one note. Although it can be said, you should be able to play one note very well and make it sing out. I do agree with that. But the point I'm making here is when you vary up your rhythm, you're just allowing more expression and more nuance and just more exciting things for the listener to hear when they hear your solo. So an example of this is in the middle of the solo, I'm doing a tapping part in E minor pentatonic. So I'm just gonna play it for you so you hear how it sounds. Yeah, lots going on. What you're hearing there is syncopation. Syncopation is when we play notes on the offbeat. Now why is this important? Well, it changes things up. It creates a little bit of unevenness and a little bit of tension that we're gonna resolve with the other notes that we play on the main beats. So for example, if I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, my syncopation will be on the and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. For example, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this section here, we're taking syncopation to another level. So let's go back to the beats we had before. So 1, 2. Now imagine fitting 3 even notes over top of that. So if I have my 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. My even group of 3 is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's outline that rhythm with our tapping finger. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, we have the group of 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, what we have going on here is I'm going to fit in a group of 3 in each one of those tapping parts that I'm doing. 1, 2, triplet, 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 triplet. So that's syncopation. All right, the last key to a wicked guitar solo is having a keen sense of melody in your playing. Now this is a big topic, and like anything else, it's just going to take lots of time to develop this ear that you'll need. But like anything, the more work you put into it, you're going to develop that ear and the skills you need to be able to hear what you want to play. So in terms of breaking things down and understanding a little bit of theory behind what we're doing, the solo is actually using 2 scales. So we're using E minor pentatonic and E mixolydian scale. So we think of the progression, it's an E major, it's an E blues, right? So how does a major chord fit with a minor scale? It's that tension and release. So we have that dissonance of the minor third. We hear it in the blues all the time, and so it makes it work. It's part of the sound of the blues. We don't even notice it, but our brains hear the bigger context of all the right notes, and they look past those wrong notes. So those 2 scales, we have that natural tension and release. So that minor scale, the minor pentatonic, and the E mixolydian mode, so we go back to the major scale that we all know, the Ionian scale. Mixolydian scale is flattening that 7th note, which is how it fits naturally into this minor pentatonic scale, because the minor pentatonic scale also has that flat 7. Then we throw in those other notes, it gives it more of a happier sound, and it gives us more creative options in our soloing. How they both go together. It's a really cool balance. I love the minor pentatonic and the mixolydian scale. It's a really good blend. So that's what's going throughout this whole solo. And if we look at the specific part, it's utilizing an E7 arpeggio, which is the main chord in this progression. That flat 7 in there. So I'm outlining the notes of this chord, which are E, G sharp, B, and D. And then B. So know the notes of your chords is a very helpful thing. It gives you more creative options, more melodic options. So in this run, what I'm doing is instead of just playing through the notes like that, I'm just jumping around with them, with this kind of pattern. So again, knowing notes from your scales, from your arpeggios, which are the notes in your chords, is all going to just help aid you in your creative playing. It's having that balance of knowing what you're doing, but also just letting loose and feeling the music. That's what's most important. If you got something out of this video today, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as I hope to put out more regular content and I don't want you to miss it. And also hit that notification bell so you get notified when a new video comes out. Thanks a lot, guys, for everything. Watching the videos, commenting. Really appreciate the support. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, rock on.